just added the cheese fries to the menu. Wings and Things is Wings and Things open 2026. Coming to Utica in another city near you.
No more wings and things.
Wings and Things.
What's up, everybody?
What up, y'all?
I know they had to hear our conversation about wings and things.
Because it's going to be a thing.
Hey, we're glad that you are here with us on a rainy Thursday today.
Rainy, cold Thursday.
Yeah, it's not as cold as it was last week.
It wasn't. It's not as cold.
But
You're right.
it is rainy. We've been having a great time this past whole week.
Yes.
Before we even jump into talking about kind of going the extra mile on our Sunday message, how do you feel like this week's been going?
I think this was one of the best things we've done here at church.
Yeah. If you haven't joined us for our Awaken nights, it's been just like low key and authentic feeling. Sunday night, we kicked off just talking about community. You did a great job. You brought a message about what it looks like to be in relationship with each other. We got everybody sitting in circles and just
had some talks,
just chatting for a little bit.
Yep.
So that was good.
And we had chili, bro.
We did have chili. The room kind of smelled like chili.
It did.
I walked in like, well, this is inviting in a weird way.
Hey, do you put anything in your chili?
I like things in my, like, the stuff that I like to put in my chili gives my stomach, it makes my stomach hurt.
I like to put sugar in mine.
Sugar?
Sugar in my chili and sugar in my spaghetti.
That's gross.
It was real good. Put some cheese and sour cream with it. I felt your judgment in your face
because that ain't good for you. I like sugar. You know that.
Sugar in my chili and my spaghetti. A lot,
but sugar in the chili.
Have you tried it?
I have not tried it.
You should try it.
That sounds gross. That's like people that eat Cocoa Puffs and put more sugar in the Cocoa Puffs.
What's wrong with that?
That ain't good. That is bad for you. No,
I used to get Frosted Flakes and put some more sugar on them. I'm like, ain't enough on here. Need some more sugar on here.
No, we don't need more sugar on the Frosted Flakes. I like sour cream and cheese. Those things make my stomach upset. But that's the stuff I don't put sugar on my chili.
You was literally lost for words
because that's gross.
You should try it.
That's
first.
Like the movie you hate, Elf, and he puts syrup on the spaghetti. And I'm like, that's disgusting.
That might work though, to be honest with you.
That's nasty.
If it's like sugar on chili, then I'll try it. Or spaghetti.
Yeah. So Monday night we had a worship night.
Yeah, we had the throwback worship night, actually. It was great.
That was great. We let people throw their own
songs up there.
We had kind of like that dueling pianos vibe. People just putting in their requests. What is the one old song you're like, I don't want to play that one? That is not the one that I want to be playing.
Well, it wasn't an old song, but somebody called out Oceans.
Yeah, it's old enough that we ain't playing it.
Man, I can't stand that song.
That was
2017, 16?
I don't know. It was too much.
I can't. I really don't like that song.
I was never at a church that played that a lot.
I wasn't.
That
was the theme song, bro.
Thank God. We played it maybe once, maybe twice, but it was not a song that hit all the time.
But like
some people love that song. It was in there like 3 times.
Because everybody like to cry. It's a super crying type song.
It was in there 3 times to sing Oceans. And guess how many times they sang it on Monday night? 0 times.
Not even. I tried to get it out and they cut me off.
It was 0 times. We sang, victory in Jesus.
Come on, look.
Victory in Jesus,
my Savior forever.
Some old Trade My Sorrows.
Yep.
You guys even did octave changes. Like I heard it.
Oh, yeah, we started turning up, bro. I was like, bro, let's take it up a notch. Or half step, whole step.
Yeah, building up those octaves.
It was a vibe, bro.
It was. And then Tuesday night, we were able to just join together to pray.
Right.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was everybody's favorite night right there.
Yeah, I got to just be around some folks and we prayed together. We wrote down names of lost loved ones. I've got them all here sitting on my desk. I prayed for them again today. Just all these names of people that they wrote down. I said, we all need to have people in our life that we're praying for to come to saving knowledge of Jesus. And so we're able to get all those names. And then last night, our students,
they
helped lead the way. They all, Christian did the thing that I'm like, it is always dangerous to ask this. What's your favorite thing about fill in the blank? And he asked him, what's your favorite thing about Wednesday nights?
I'd like the snacks.
Yes. Like, what if they said that? I like chips. Like you don't know what a 14-year-old, 15-year-old is going to say. That's why he's pretty selective. But what did they all say?
They said small group.
Every single one of them.
That's a win.
Yeah.
Small-
They all love
Small group.
the defeating part as a speaker.
I mean, hey, nobody was like, "Oh, Christian really teaches really good. It makes me want to." It's like, no, it's a small group.
That's why I'm not going to ask anybody. What's your favorite part of Church 419?
Yeah, I sure won't ask.
They ain't going to be like, "Oh, we love the sermons. We love the worship." It's going to be something.
It was like the graphics are really nice. They got very nice visuals.
Yes, we like that it's always hot in the same auditorium. It is always hot all the time. Yeah. So you just that's why I said, man, good for him. He asked the question.
He took it on the cheek.
He did. But that is it really, if you're tied into a small group, it is one of the better things that we do. Like you just getting to know people, having a community with you. This Sunday, we've got a few that are launching. We need more leaders.
Yep.
So that in the future we can have even more launching. But we've got a few that are launching on Sunday. So if you're not involved with the group, talk to the people. They'll be out there in the lobby after each service with their languages on. Say, hey, I'm leading a group, and if you've got questions about how you can join, maybe it's not too late. Maybe you're like, I'm going to lead one. Step up. We'll help you. We'll get you some resources. We'll help promote your group. But doing life together is a big, big deal. It really is.
Yep.
And now we're done, and we're moving on to a new series. We're not going to talk about that. We got this series coming up. Alex is preaching in a few weeks.
Woo, woo.
I'm excited about that.
I won't harass the congregation to speak to me while I'm preaching this time as much.
I always tell anyone that's speaking like this, like, you be you.
And we're like, I got sick of asking. I know they got sick of me asking. Say amen. Golly.
I don't do it enough, so that ain't the vibe. Like, I don't need y'all to yell me down. I don't care.
It was like
you're gonna listen, you're gonna fall asleep, you're gonna leave. And that's just where we're at.
I was like, if I'm up here, you go speak too.
And that's where you're at. You need that. All I need is y'all to just
be alive.
Yep. I can read them. If they're leaning in, I'm like, gotcha. And then there's other times they're like, oh, we gotta figure this out. But yeah, so we're excited about what we're starting on Sunday. But last Sunday, we finished up Fully Live. One of the things we really talked about is influence.
Come on now.
It's a big word. What it looks like that Christians should be influential. Jesus said we're to be salt, we're to be light. Salt and light. You've ever cooked food? What do you need? Spices.
Yep.
You ever had food that doesn't have any spice on it?
Yes.
What's that food like?
What?
Don't be talking about wings and things.
I'm not going.
We're not talking about.
I'm about to,
no wings and things.
Plug it in.
No, if you watch this at any point in time, type wings and things is a bad idea.
First of all, wings and things is a bad idea. Wings and things are not.
Okay, let's get back to the question. Have you had food without
Yes,
spice?
I had food without spice. It smelled really good, and I tasted it. It tastes like nothing.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Because they didn't. What was it? I've had chicken with no spice. That is the blandest of bland.
That's sick.
That's horrible.
It was. I don't know how to explain it. It had like some noodles, had some carrots, some vegetable celery, beef.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. Like
made in a
stroganoff.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I had. It smelled so good. It had no seasoning at all.
Yeah.
At all.
I've got some family members who I love dearly.
They do that.
They sometimes don't use enough spice.
That's tough.
Yeah, they don't use enough spice sometimes. I love them. If they see this, which I don't think they will, I love you. Salt is your friend. Some paprika.
My mama told me that a long time ago. Salt and pepper go a long way.
Even just salt and pepper. But they're influential. Those things add flavor to stuff. And scripture calls us as followers of Christ to be influential, to add some flavor. So many Christians do not add flavor.
That is true.
They take away the flavor.
That's bad. They do it.
That ain't who we're called to be. TikTok was banned a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And that's a ton of people influencing.
15 hours.
Yeah, it was banned for 15 whole hours. But I looked up, since everyone on TikTok wants to be influencers, some of the previous trends, and I just want to talk through them.
Okay.
So we had this one, if you remember, the Tide Pod challenge.
The Tide Pod.
People ate laundry detergents.
Why?
I don't know.
That's stupid.
And they convinced other people that this was a good idea.
How?
Have you ever accidentally like got a little bit of? I didn't accidentally. Have you ever got your mouth washed out with soap?
Oh yes,
Yes.
said a bad word.
Nobody wants that.
So then they were just going around just doing it.
Yes.
Because
just popping Tide Pods.
that's stupid.
And they got somebody influenced somebody else to do this, and they had all these people eating soap. Like y'all are dumb. You didn't get your mouth washed out enough.
They didn't, because that one time I ain't say it again around my mama.
Yep. The NyQuil chicken challenge.
What is that?
TikTok convinced people to cook their chicken in NyQuil
No,
because someone thought, you know what, this chick. So when we talk about like
that's how you get your kids.
that is not the seasoning to be putting on any side of.
NyQuil don't even taste good.
No, it don't taste good. They said people got medicated hallucinations and liver damage. If you have
That's
this
so
idea,
foolish.
don't.
That's how you put your kids to sleep. Right after dinner, get NyQuil chicken.
But don't put like a little thing of NyQuil. First off, don't be drugging your kids, but a little bit of NyQuil once in a while, you got to survive as a parent. A little bit of Benadryl, a little bit of something. You're in survival mode. I need sleep. You need sleep. But don't cook the chicken in it. That's a lot of NyQuil.
Interesting.
No, that's horrible.
That's dumb.
Yeah. Then there's the Benadryl challenge. I watched a video on this just today because I'm like, this can't be real. This trend had people taking dangerous amount of Benadryl to try to trip out.
So they wanted to hallucinate.
Yeah, they wanted to hallucinate. Benadryl isn't a party drug. Like because Benadryl has alcohol in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's also got other stuff in it. So they were drinking so much Benadryl, it was causing them to hallucinate. I've done a lot of devious, dumb things.
I would have chose Benadryl.
I would have never thought.
Well, I knew Benadryl could get you all woozy and stuff. But I know, like, some people drink it really to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And so they taking Benadryl.
Like a lot of it, like a bottle worth.
So trying to get high, but end up hallucinating.
Yes.
Wow, the drastic measures.
This is influence. Somebody said, this is a thing I did, and somebody else did it. This is bad influence.
Wow.
The milk crate challenge.
Mm-hmm. I seen it.
People stack a pyramid.
Yes, and you try to walk over it. Actually, I still want to try that.
Have you seen what happens to people when they did this?
Yes, but I've seen people also be successful with it. It's like they called it originally came out as the Hood Olympics, and then it got changed to the milk crate challenge.
Do you want to try this?
I really do.
Have you ever stood on a milk crate?
Yes. But I feel like if I can get up there quickly, like some people have, you go either real quick or you take your time and get over all of them.
I watched all these people
fall,
break their. Like you ever slipped on ice or anything, you fall straight on your butt. That hurts.
Yep.
These people they'd get like halfway up
It's
there.
a science to it. You got to get to the top and then go down fast.
I don't know that you're real quick and nimble.
I'm not. But I think in situations where it requires me to not hurt myself or die, I can make it happen.
I don't want to try the milk crate challenge. That is a bad choice.
If we have enough milk crates right now, I'll do it now.
I'm gonna find some. We're gonna try it one.
I'm so down. I'm legit. I'm so serious.
Because somebody decided to do this, and here comes Alex.
That's the only one I think was actually beneficial to do.
The corn cob drill challenge.
What's that?
Someone decided to be fun to attach corn cob to a power drill
and
then eat it.
That makes sense.
But people chip their teeth.
Yeah, I think you have to be careful with the speed. And
you got to be. If you slow, like maybe. But I watched one guy. He flinged it and just jacked his teeth all up.
You know how hard you have to do that to make your teeth come out?
Yep. But I also saw people that they did that and then it got caught in there, like they had beards and stuff.
No. So they just look at them.
So they
no.
They just ripped their beard all out.
Oh no. Yep. That's stupid.
Yep. That sounds like something as like a 10-year-old. You think that'd be funny, and then somebody did it and they got away with it, like it worked, and then other people thought,
that's
I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah, I think you got to be careful with that.
Gorilla Glue challenge.
I know exactly what that is.
A woman used Gorilla Glue instead of hairspray,
and she had the hairstyle, bro. She had the hairstyle 4 days before she went to the hospital, and it was like she tapped it, and you could hear it sound just like that.
You shouldn't be laughing at these people. Have you ever touched Gorilla Glue? It gets stuck to your fingers and you can't get it off.
She ran out of the hairspray that make it stay, and so she put the Gorilla Glue in. I don't know what made her think that was cool, and so she was like the fourth day she made a video and she was like, "Listen to this," and then the doctor was like, "I can help you with that." He made something, and she had to have it surgically removed.
Should have the glue surgically removed.
They anesthesia, everything. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is.
Then she came out with her own hair care line.
Did she really?
After that.
This isn't good reinforcement of don't do stupid stuff.
Yeah, I mean, she probably made some really good money from it. I don't know.
Yeah, you do stupid enough stuff, and then maybe you might get a deal. No, this is not good influence.
It's not.
All right, the Orbeez shooting challenge. This trend involved people shooting strangers
with Orbeez.
With Orbeez beads, those little water type little tiny beads.
Why are you just shooting strangers?
So I watched this too because all these I'm like I wanted to make sure these were really. So people were hiding in like Walmart.
No, that's trifling.
And they pop around the corner shooting those people with Orbeez.
That's trifling. That'll start a fight.
Yeah, it almost started a fight a few times. Like
it should have. You should have got beat up for that.
Just because it doesn't really hurt that bad, don't mean I want to be shot with
exactly.
It. Yeah.
No, I don't think that's cool.
I saw they were trying to do it in the hood, and that didn't go well for them. They got chased down, and somebody.
That's what should have happened.
Somebody showed them their real gun. Like, no good. The sleepy chicken challenge. This sounds like another NyQuil. Yeah, This one they tried cooking chicken and NyQuil again. Again, this has been banned. And then the last one, and I saw this too, the Kia Boys challenge. TikTok taught teens how to hotwire and steal Kias and Hyundais with a USB cable. So TikTok has influenced people to be stealing cars, to be criminals. And they showed them how to take this USB thing and they connect it.
This makes sense why it was banned.
Yeah, that is a bad choice.
This makes sense why it was banned.
And then the last one, and I got a video to just show how that other thing stemmed from, the Devious Lick Challenge.
The Devious Lick Challenge.
Did you watch people doing this? They take out this was a few years ago. They were pulling out ice cream, licking the ice cream.
Oh, yeah, and putting it back. That's trifling, yeah.
I saw it pop back up again. Somebody else was doing it just recently.
Well, they starting to put those little flaps on them, so you can tell if somebody got in there or not. That's trifling.
They got to be letting people know that people are being stupid. That is no good. Like here, so these are ones that got because
a man spat into a jug of iced tea and put it back. A woman drank multiple bottles of pop and put them back.
But you know it's been drunk at least.
Yeah, I'm so insecure when I go buy stuff from the stove.
That's nasty. Don't do that. She drank a lot of different.
She was thirsty.
A girl used deodorant and put it back.
Yep, that's gross.
You couldn't. They ain't number $1.
A woman poured out hair product and put it back.
Jerks.
Yeah, she just trifling. What's funny about that?
That's not funny. That's just dumb.
What you doing?
Someone else spat mouthwash back into the bottle and put it back on the shelf.
These are bad things. That's nasty.
That's just stupid.
This is why we want to be good influences of love, kindness, respect, not trifling influences. Like, why are you just pouring soap out on the floor?
Look now, attention is a dangerous drug.
Yes. I am glad that when I grew up that there wasn't this, because I would probably be trying all these things just to get some kind of attention. We did the dumbest things growing up just because
we did too. I ain't gonna lie. With the the Orbeez thing.
Yeah.
What we should do, we should get on top of my grandma's roof and throw rocks at car.
Yeah, that's dumb stuff.
That was so trifling.
Yep. I remember man, I hope my mom doesn't watch these things. Like stand on bridges and dropping things off of bridges. Like
that is so dumb. That's your life.
I know, but like cars driving by and you just like different fruit to see. Especially if you got a big semi truck and you get a watermelon and
that probably could be satisfying to watch though.
It was satisfying to watch, but it was really stupid. Really stupid. So if we would have had just built-in ideas of here's some more stupid stuff you could do, I can't imagine being influenced that way. That's why I'm glad that we've got a good group of teenagers who are a good influence on each other for the most part. They're still teenagers. But as Christians, we want to be better influences in our community, sharing the love of Jesus, being salt, being light, doing those things that God has called us to do.
Yeah.
We chatted about this a little bit, but like what are some influences that maybe you have that you look up to? I mean, you're a worship leader. Are there people that influence you in music?
Yeah.
What are some?
So people that influence me in music, one would be I just forgot his name already. Michael Bethany.
Michael Bethany, yeah.
Michael Bethany.
If y'all don't know Michael Bethany, that guy
is crazy.
Yes. And that guy can sing.
I can never sing his music.
He gets to that high.
This might come from a tenor to a real first alto real quick.
Yes. But I've heard him like get that baritone in him sometimes too. Like his range.
And then the runs is crazy.
But I've also watched just the way that because he can sing, but he also can lead worship.
100%.
Like inviting people in and encouraging them. Yeah,
I fangirled the last time we was in Texas and he led worship. But I found out it was him. I was
Alex almost did that.
I was fangirling hard.
Yeah. We all have those people that we look up to. That is true.
What about you? Who influences you?
I don't know. I mean, like I've got a list when it comes to like preaching of different preachers that I listen to and watch for different reasons. So I don't have a specific one that I'm like, man, I love that person.
Well, who is one that you got for a reason?
I mean, like, I can't remember the name of the guy. There's a guy in New Mexico, and he just basically goes verse by verse through teaching. So sometimes when I'm like, I'll read it, but sometimes it's good to hear it as well. Skip something or other. He's not the most engaging communicator in the world, but that guy, he teaches really well. I love people that sometimes make you feel like you're dirt.
So you love Francis Chan.
Give me a good Francis Chan once in a while.
You love Francis Chan.
That one, you need to be reminded sometimes that God is big and you need to humble yourself. And there's the normals when I want to get hyped up, turn. I can listen to those guys too. They may not always have the greatest hermeneutics. But you throw me an old TD Jakes message, and he's not your greatest influence sometimes. But you run it on a treadmill, and you're like, that's right. I can do anything. Their delivery is incredible. Just some of those guys, but it's usually the old school guys. Give me an old like Charles Stanley sermon once in a while, like those guys.
I'm a big fan of Charles Stanley. He's not the most captivating, but I could definitely listen to his teaching.
Yeah, so I've got just a lot of people that I'll listen to, and it's good to have people that you can look up to, listen to, glean from, grow from. But be yourself.
Yep.
Like learn from them, grow from them. But if you're just trying to copy them, you're not the first person that licked the ice cream. You're the fifth one that's now getting put in jail. So when you're going to model your life after people, always pick Jesus first, and then look to those other people to learn from. But don't try to be that person. I know in a few weeks we're going to be talking about John the Baptist, and there's things we can learn from John the Baptist. But I've watched some of those street preachers.
I don't want to be John the Baptist.
They think they John the Baptist.
Yeah.
Like that was his calling.
Yeah.
What can we learn from him? But that ain't you.
They definitely don't want to do all the stuff John the Baptist did.
No.
He might eating bugs.
He's eating bugs, screaming at people.
He looked, it was like homeless or whatever. Yes. Just was not the guy you wanted to be around.
Yeah. So what can we learn from him, not try to be him? That's the difference between just having a person that's influential and copying. Like I ain't gonna copy Daniel.
Yeah.
Like Daniel was put in captivity in Babylon and possibly a eunuch.
I don't want to be Daniel.
I don't want to be Daniel. I don't need to be a eunuch. No. If you don't know what a eunuch is, look it up.
Be careful what you look up, though.
Yeah, be careful what you look up. You might see some pictures.
Oh, man.
I was looking up to see if Daniel was a eunuch because I was going to use it. I was going to use it as part of the sermon.
Did you get a picture or something?
And they show pictures of stuff.
Oh no, I don't want to see the pictures.
Like Google is real good about right away. Boom, here's a picture.
Oh,
I don't need those pictures.
Golly.
I don't need it. I don't need it at all.
That's a tough situation.
It's just not good. And I was looking it up because one of the things I didn't use it as a point because nobody knows for sure if he was, even if that term eunuch, some of the translations and way, but we're talking about the different tactics that the enemy uses, and this sounds kind of harsh, but the enemy wants to demasculate men.
Yep.
He does, and I didn't use it there because it didn't 100% fit. But we can see all throughout society that he wants the influence of men to be non-masculine men. And I don't mean guys have to be out there and be like, yeah, big, brawny, you're the worst, and beat each other up. But man, we need some masculinity back in being a dude.
Yep.
Like, be strong, be a protector, use your masculinity in the right way.
Yep.
Not to be overbearing, not to be loud and commanding, but to be a leader, to speak up for your spouse, to fight for your kids, to not just sit around and play video games. That happens with some of our young adults. They just get stuck in a cycle of good enough.
Yep.
And so it wasn't a part of the message, but I did end up looking up that word eunuch and seeing stuff that
that'll be a good message one day, though.
One day we'll get to something similar to that, but that do not look up the word eunuch, or you might see pictures that you don't want to see.
Yep.
And
it's not.
I'm married. I got kids. Past that. You're married. One day you'll have.
I would say don't have kids. We don't have kids.
That's the goal.
Yeah, one day.
How many?
A lot of
them.
A lot of days.
No.
I was say a lot of days from now. Oh, you talking about how many kids?
Like what?
Oh, no. I want like about 6. 6 or 8. I want a whole bunch of kids.
What's Zaria think about this?
Zaria want like 1 or 2. Well, they gonna get bored with just 2 of them. They like me. They want a whole bunch of friends to play with.
They could be friendly.
Yeah, they could be like, they'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go play with my 4 brothers.
You're just gonna keep having kids so they have friends?
Yeah, so they won't be bored.
That's a lot of kids.
I was bored with just me and Lexus.
How? I hear all the stories of Lexus, and I don't know how you were bored.
Lexus definitely made sure we weren't bored.
Yeah, I mean, but that is.
Did you always just want to have 3 kids?
I wanted to have 1.
Oh, well, you showed.
I wanted 1 kid. I also I grew up and we lived, and when we first got married, when we first had our first kid, we were on the West Coast, and to have 1 kid is not uncommon. To have 2 kids is real normal. To have no kids is actually real normal in that space. But I thought 1 kid, I can love them well. I won't be completely overspent in money.
You surpassed that.
They'll get a lot of attention. And then Melanie said, well, she needs a friend.
She needed 2 more friends.
You just said.
Yeah.
And then she had a friend, and then we're married. And so all of a sudden we ended up with a 3rd one. And that's just, I'm glad we have all of our kids. I'm glad we did not just have 1.
I don't think Zaria gonna let me just have. I mean, I don't think she's gonna let me get past 2. If I get 3, I'm lucky.
Well, we love that we have all 3 of the ones that we have. The thing you can't be trapped in is if you all of a sudden have 2, and then you got 2 girls or 2 boys. You're like, well, I really want to try to have
a boy or a girl.
The other thing, and then you try again, and it's another girl.
Then you go try again.
You can try again. And that's how people end up with 4, 5, 6 kids.
I want all boys.
You want all boys?
I want all boys.
Now you're gonna have all girls. Just wait.
Oh man,
just wait. Yeah,
that's gonna be
tough. Herman says 6. You crazy?
Herman got like 10 kids,
so he's speaking from experience. 6 is a lot.
Herman literally has like 10 kids.
Well, 6 is a lot of kids. That's even if you can knock them out, boom, 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 boom. That's a long time to be raising kids.
I know. That's why they gonna go to your house. They gonna go to my mother-in-law house, send to Christian's house. They got places to go.
That's a long time to be raising kids.
And Melanie loves kids, so
she does love kids.
You just go to y'all house for the weekend.
She 100% loves kids. It wasn't just but a couple weeks ago, and she's like, "Man, we could."
I saw you holding the baby last night. I was like, you know what, Mark, you ain't too far from me.
I don't mind holding the baby.
I was like, you're not too
that
far
baby poops. That ain't my baby anymore. That ain't it.
I was
that ain't it. See, Tracy says 6 is expensive.
It's cool. We can make it happen.
That is somewhat true. Like when people are like, man, I don't want to be having a bunch of kids because they're expensive. You figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll make it happen. Yeah. What Christian say? Come on, Chris. Look, see, they go to Christian house.
Tell Christian he can have some more kids.
Christian, hey, are you gonna have more kids, Christian?
You better hurry up.
Let's make a pact, Christian. We both have 6 kids.
That's a lot of kids.
6 each.
I know my daughter wants a lot of kids.
See, we're gonna have a big kids ministry. I tell you that.
People just keep having kids.
Yeah, we're gonna have a big kids ministry. He said he down. We doing it.
Yeah, well, have fun with that. Your wife ain't gonna be in agreement with that.
She ain't gonna be in agreement with it. But
Christian's
okay.
wife definitely ain't gonna be in agreement with that. I think she was like one and done.
Yep. I was like, you gonna try to do it again? Nah, she done.
Well, then have fun.
I'm gonna try to I'm gonna talk to her tonight, but like, hey, you know. Let's just try. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just practice. I can practice having kids, but I ain't gonna actually have any.
I can talk into it, but like, hey, sweetheart, you know what? You can just stay at the house. You don't got to work no more. Hold on, now I'll take the never mind.
I don't know how
that extra income, nice.
It is nice. Kids do get expensive, and it doesn't stop. I got a kid that I've had 3 now that have had braces.
Mm-hmm. All 3 of them had braces?
All 3 of them had braces.
I never seen McKenna with braces.
Yep. Only one of them got covered with insurance because it was a medical issue. The others, it's more of a, we don't want you to look like a goblin. And so they don't cover that with normal insurance. You got to pay for those.
Yeah, my kids definitely have like big nose, big lips, all the big facial features. They ain't gonna have, the jacked up teeth, but they will have the big facial features. You can't put braces on that.
No. Yeah. And then they start driving and they think they need cars.
I ain't get a car until I was 21.
I was spoiled. I got cars. They weren't like nice cars, but I got cars plural because I wrecked them.
Dang, Mark, how many cars did you wreck?
3. So
dang.
Yep.
I wrecked my first car 2 months after getting it.
Really?
Yep. I ran into a restaurant.
What? Was it wings and things?
Yeah. No, it's worse. It was a steak and lobster restaurant.
What?
Or steak and seafood.
Were you chemically impaired?
No, no. I was actually, it would have made more sense if I was, but no, I was sober 100%, and it was raining outside, and I was like, I saw the interstate. I said, if I could hurry get to the interstate, then I could just, chill. Well, so I sped up and hit a portal, and I spent like 4 times.
Oh.
And then ran straight into the building.
Oh.
So the thing is, after I ran out the building, I had blacked out. So when I got up, I saw smoke in the car. I just got out and started running. People started chasing me. You okay? You okay? I was like, I'm good. I just kept running.
They think you're running from the scene.
I don't know. They just started running. It was like, you okay? You okay? Like, I'm good. And then so when I stopped, I was like, oh, I left my phone. I ran back to get it.
That was the priority. The phone.
I had to call somebody.
That's true.
All these people that didn't know me was hugging me. Was like, you okay? I was like, yeah, the restaurant not.
Well, that's why another thing, when you got kids, all of a sudden they're just driving. That is a whole other level of,
and I was not a good driver.
Like fear.
Dang.
Yeah, that is not fun at all. I remember at the last church that we were both at, there was a teenager that wrecked into the church.
Really?
She ran into the church, and I don't even know that she had her permit. She may have had her permit, but she was not a licensed driver. She was trying to pull the car up for her parents.
How bad was it?
It wasn't horrible, but I don't remember if you remember at the last church where we had you could drive under and there was 2 big brick columns.
Oh, I do remember that.
And she ran
I do remember that.
The side of the church.
Yep, I remember that now.
Yep, that is definitely.
Yep.
Don't run into our church.
my brother had ran into the glass door of the church.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Ran into it and broke the whole glass door.
That's why a lot of those stores have those big giant pillars in front of their
people
Walmart
run into it
and stuff. Yeah, so people don't just drive a car into the store.
Dang, people that's normal.
They put it. Well, I mean, that's another way that people might want to do something real stupid. Like, if I don't got a gun, but I got a car, I'll just drive through the store. Like, if people think of crazy stuff. So that's why a lot of those, you'll see Target, Walmart, those different stores have those big poles in front because they know people are stupid.
That is stupid.
Going back to influence, somebody has done something dumb
and they
influence somebody else to do something dumb. The biggest area of influence in your life is with your family. Like when you have kids someday, guess what you get to be? Their biggest influence. And I mean, we've been raised. Our parents influenced us for good and for bad. Like, I can look back into things like, man, I'm so glad that I was taught this, and others are like, huh?
I'm like, you know what? I probably shouldn't do that one.
I probably shouldn't do that one. There's a realization at some point that Daddy wasn't doing good things. I don't need to do those things the way that he was.
Yep.
Or even Mama wasn't doing things that necessarily were right. So we got to do better, and then our kids will one day be like,
Daddy wasn't always right.
Yep, this thing wasn't always right,
but he did. This is cool.
We ain't gonna go lick ice cream.
That's stupid.
That is stupid. We ain't gonna climb up crates.
Listen now. It's a game. It's the Olympics.
Yeah, what did you say was the Hood Olympics?
You know what? That's what we're gonna do for the worship team. Last year we did the field day. This year we're gonna do the Hood Olympics.
What are the events are in the Hood Olympics?
I
don't know.
I got to look it up.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up too, because that doesn't sound like a safe thing, the Hood Olympics.
Is the Olympics really safe?
That is true. Most Olympic events are not safe at all.
No, you could literally die on half those events.
Yeah. Have you seen the one where it's a big giant trampoline and they jump and do flips on? That is straight stupid.
Dude, this one I saw when they get in this thing, it's like you gotta lay down and do it, and then they push you down. It's like you going like 100 miles per hour.
Oh, the luge.
And you got the whole
on the
like
ice?
This. Yes.
Yes.
Dude, that is extremely. They don't got no seatbelt or nothing. They got a helmet, and they got to do like this.
They got a helmet. Like, that's going to protect them.
Dude, they can break that. That could be like, that's the most dangerous thing I ever seen.
Yeah, they're flying.
What is it called?
The luge.
The luge.
Yes.
I saw that. That is like the most dangerous sport.
Yep, skeleton luge. They just lay down in ice.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous. I saw that and anxiety was through the roof.
Yeah, that is true. Olympics are pretty dangerous, stupid. Like, even the field events where they're throwing that big, like,
the spear thing.
Yeah, the giant javelin. Like, why do we still do these things? Like, they take the one ball and they swing it around and then chuck it. These events are weird.
I did shot put for like 12 minutes when I was in middle school.
Why'd you quit?
Because I had to stay after practice.
And so you
I stayed after school. I was like, bro, screw this, bro. Like,
school. You liked school.
I love school, but then it was like I'm not being social. I'm running and doing push-ups and stuff.
That's probably been good for you.
Oh, I was fit then. I didn't get fat to college. I didn't get fat till I was like a sophomore, almost junior in college.
Well, you need to go back to throwing the shot put.
If I get skinny again, bro, I already told you what's gonna happen. I never wear a shirt again.
You gonna walk around with a shirt?
Yep.
I don't believe that.
This is how it's gonna be. Good morning, 419. Y'all ready to worship?
That would attract a whole different crowd that we don't want. We do not want that. That would not be good.
Don't let me get a 6-pack again. It's over with.
No, that's when Alex will be the one that's like, let's do the reenactment of the cross.
Let me play Jesus.
Have you been at churches that do that?
Yeah, I was a part of church that did that.
I've been at churches that did that too.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they think that was awesome. And I was like, this is weird.
Some of them did good. It could get weird and it can get bad real quick.
I thought it was always weird doing all that stuff.
I'm interested in how we can pull it off now.
I don't know. A few years ago, we were in what's that place over there on East Tennessee that everybody goes to? Like Pigeon Forge area.
Oh yeah, Gallenberg.
Yes. And we went to some kind of
they had that there?
Oh yeah. Pigeon Forge is like super Christian-y.
I didn't know that.
We went to some show and it was like a Christmas show. And at the end, Jesus, like, I don't know why they had him rising and going away. I don't know. I don't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
All I remember is that they zip-lined him from the front of the stage and they were zip-lining him to the back like he was rising, and they went too fast.
Oh, dang.
And we were sitting towards the back of the auditorium.
And
so we hear the zzz, and then because he hit the wall.
No.
And we started dying laughing. Like they threw Jesus too hard. And you just hear the and me and Elijah couldn't stop it. And it's supposed to be like kind of that serious, like climactic Jesus is risen. I don't know what that has to do with Christmas, but it was there. And
that was for Christmas?
Yes, it was a Christmas thing.
I thought it was an Easter thing.
No, it was a Christmas. Maybe it was a angel that flew. I don't know. Whatever it was, man, the thing
got hit.
It hit the wall, and it was not
had one
good.
job: don't kill the performer.
And my father-in-law played Jesus on the cross one year. They had they whip them and the blood spurts and stuff. The whole thing.
Right, we did that, and my cousin played Jesus, and my mom made this. She got a stick, and she got the black masking tape, and put a jelly bean on the end of it.
Yeah.
So you swing that thing, you hear the whip, and then at the end of it, you got the jelly bean, so it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Boy, I must have.
Oh, you actually you were hitting him for real?
Well, we was hitting beside him.
Oh.
But I got him one time. Boy, he was You couldn't tell he was Jesus then. The man started cussing and everything.
Yeah, that is not something. We are not going to be doing that. Just so you know. So if you ask,
so we can't do a passion play.
Did you ask? Can we do a passion play? The answer is going to be
That was my idea for this year.
No, we ain't doing that. I'm glad that
I know the perfect Jesus.
There's some of y'all churches that do that. Good for you guys. That is not what we doing.
We should. I thought we was gonna do it. We was gonna get the donkeys and stuff.
Nope. None of that stuff.
Bring
is fun.
the camels and everything.
Nope, it's expensive.
It's the perfect Jesus, bro.
You had the perfect Jesus.
Yeah.
That already goes to our church.
Yeah, he would just have to give him a tan and then put some hair on his head. Steven.
Oh, it's Steven gonna watch this too.
Yeah, I'm gonna tan him and then put a wig on him. Right, that's Jesus.
He would eat that up, and we don't want that.
Yeah, he would eat it. He a bodybuilder. So
yeah,
he would have
think that was awesome. We're not doing that. No, we ain't doing that.
I'm watch you go see this and be like, hey, so y'all want me to do it or not?
Have you thought through Easter at all?
Yeah.
I think I know what my sermon's gonna be, but it's a ways out still. Easter's late this year.
Yeah, it is. We got some time this year.
Yeah, it's not till the end of April.
Good Friday gonna be the big one.
Yeah.
I got some. That's gonna be real special.
What you got coming on Good Friday?
So Good Friday, we are for the first time. Well, we did this last year. I guess a choir.
We didn't really do a choir.
It was choir, but it went the emphasis. Yeah.
Yes.
But this year we are doing a choir. Like the whole emphasis will be the choir singing for that night. So
the emphasis is Jesus.
I mean, you know what I mean. There won't be big band and stuff. The emphasis is Jesus. Yes. Jesus dying, but it would be the choir singing all the songs, telling the story. And
so you need people probably to be in the choir.
Yeah. So if you want to be in the choir, honestly, there's no audition process. You can just come. We have rehearsals starting this Tuesday, but if you would like, I will be this Sunday. I'll be in the hallway. The lobby, and giving information about the choir along with the small groups.
There you go. Choir. That's a small group that could join choir.
Yeah. And we go start meeting regularly and everything. So that'll be
we should throw that out there. Choir small group. I got kicked out of choir one time.
Yeah, you said that before I actually tell that story. You was like, maybe another time. Is it that time?
I got kicked out of choir both in school.
Dang, in school too?
At church.
How did they tell you?
They just say, I don't know, this is the right thing for you. And it wasn't because I can't sing. I could sing just fine. I was a distraction.
They put you out of church too, didn't it?
Yeah, I was very distracting. And they just asked me to not maybe be in the choir anymore.
They was like, hey, don't come on Sundays
no more. Church was a little dry. And so I'm like, well, maybe I can do something here since I have to be here anyways. And it was fun. I had a lot of fun in choir. They didn't think it was fun like that.
That's crazy.
I was having a good time. They were not having a good time with me having a good time.
Choir was the best thing growing up for me.
Yeah.
This should be something we bring back for real, culturally.
I liked choir. It was fun.
I loved it.
When I finally grew up and we were at a church that did all those plays and stuff, I was part of the choir there.
You ever played Jesus?
I was a pastor there too, but I was a part of the choir. It was always fun, man. I loved it.
Did you ever play Jesus?
No. We did Singing Christmas Tree where you get inside the big giant tree.
Oh, I ain't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I was up in the tree. I got stuck up there one time because I get bored kind of easy. I got a little ADD in me, and I was fiddling around because it's big wire mesh, and I was fiddling behind me, and I got my metal ring stuck in the wire mesh. And there was times when we come up and down from the tree, and it was time to get out of the tree, and I couldn't get out. So I just I just knelt down, and so the whole scene there, I was just in the tree kneeling down.
Golly.
And then all these things clink, 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 because
I fell down.
I got my ring off so I could get out. But
dang it.
That's why I don't wear a ring anymore, because I always got it stuck in stuff. I'd lose it.
This is my third ring.
And you've been married for how long?
5 months.
And you're on your third ring.
My third ring. I lost the first one after the first month.
Yeah, I lost a bunch of them. And so I started just getting the cheap ones. And I'm like, this is silly. So
that's what I told Zari. Just give me
tattooed it on.
I don't need the expensive one. Just give me a cheap one.
Yeah.
Then it's $20.
I'll throw one on sometimes, just, so the ladies stay away.
Yep. That'll keep them away.
It really doesn't.
You got a handful on there, be like, you know what, he married. I'm leaving on.
Yeah. But all of that to say, be a good influence. Be influential. This Sunday, we start a new series. And one of the ways you can influence people is just invite somebody to come with you to church on Sunday. I would love all of you at some point to be able to share the gospel on your own, to share the message of Jesus with people. But even if your starting place is just inviting somebody to church, that's at least a starting point.
Yeah.
But be influential in your community, love people, care for your neighbors, be a light, be salt, be those things that Christians are called to be. Don't go to Wings and Things.
Why would you say that? We want people to go to Wings and Things.
No Wings and Things.
Yes to Wings and Things. Just think about it.
Just say no.
If when it pulls off and we do real good, look, we'll sponsor some mission trips.
Wings and Things is going to sponsor. Go talk to some restaurant owners.
I ain't like them. I got the favor of God on me. They ain't got favor.
That's why for so long I didn't want to be a lead pastor, because I knew enough of them. I'm like, I don't know that I want to do that.
I'm telling you, bro. Look, I'm telling you, man. Look, we go do real good, because this ain't something. Paducah ain't never had a Wings and Things.
Nobody's ever had a Wings and Things.
Exactly, because no, it's not. It's good. Look, all right. So look, you keep dissing it when we take off. Don't be trying to come up there.
We need influencers to help him know this is a poor choice.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's a great choice. It's a good investment. I'm setting my 6 kids up for a great future.
Yep, your 6 kids.
I'm giving to my church and sponsoring mission trips.
Sure.
Like, look, you know what? We know what Wings and Things would have done. If knowing we got a Guatemala trip this year, we would have paid for the whole thing. Nobody had to come out of pocket.
Okay.
And the money they would have raised, I would just put it towards another trip or something.
Whatever.
See?
We do have, Sunday, baptisms.
Baptism this Sunday.
If we've got some people signed up, I don't know that we have anybody signed up after first service. First service is a lot of our church folk.
Yep.
They say
they already been baptized,
but some of them have not been. So if you, or maybe you don't want to be with that other part of the crowd, that's going to be more of them, and come after first service, sign up to be baptized.
We'd love to baptize you.
You don't have to sign up; it just helps us to know that you're going to be there, so we can get a T-shirt for you and get all that stuff ready.
Yep.
But sign up to be baptized, and then also if you're planning on going with us to Guatemala, Sunday is the deadline for you to apply, so that we can start having that conversation with you. So even if you're just considering it, apply so that we can reach out, answer the questions that you have. Hopefully you've already asked them. But we'd love to bring a good crew down there to be a blessing. There's been some people that are like a little worried because our president has a different stance currently and has brought a lot of people back to Guatemala. I talked to him. I've talked not to the president.
I'm gonna say, wow,
not to the president,
stunting in
to the people that help lead that, and they said it's all good and safe down there. They had a lot to say about that, but it's nothing that we need to really be concerned or worried about. We're excited to go down there and to be a blessing, to take just the love of Jesus and be hands and feet, building some stuff, getting involved. It's going to be great. We're excited about all the things that we have got coming up. We want to invite you out to them. Be there with us.
Young Adults is Sunday.
Young Adults is on Sunday. We've got date night. If you guys know what that is, we got that coming back up in just a few weeks. All the things that are going on, you can stay in touch. You know, the best way to stay in touch, be a regular attender. Be someone that's involved in small groups. Be a part of the church. Don't just sit in church. Be a part of the church. Thank you guys for joining us. No Wings and Things.
Yes to Wings. Stop doing it. Yes to Wings and Things.
No Wings and